Ryan Seacrest is Kelly Ripa's new co-host.
Yeah.
If you guys watch the show, if you guys care, if you guys have been following this story, Kelly Ripa has been without an official co-host for almost a year to the date. And she announced this morning on her show that it is Ryan Seacrest. It's causing quite a stir in the information center this morning, though, because, you know, we're all in the business. So maybe to us, like, this story hits closer to home. But we've been following, and I think all of you at home, too, have been following Seacrest's career for quite some time. Not only is he still with E! Hosting red carpets, but he's also with NBC Universal.
Don't forget the Olympics.
The Olympics, he does all that stuff with them, all the coverage. New Year's Eve, he has the big Dick Clark production that he hosts every single year. And now, he has his iHeartRadio radio show every morning. I know in Los Angeles, I'd wake up and listen to that 102.7. And now he's the daily co-host of Kelly Ripa. Now let's back it up and talk about when Strahan was Kelly's co-host. We're talking Michael Strahan, the former football player, was her co-host for 4 years and then got a better gig. He got a promotion and went up to Good Morning America. So all of us like, oh, good for him. I mean, this is what the industry is about, right? You go, you take opportunities, everyone's going to continue to grow. Well, if you remember the drama around that, Kelly was bitter about that. I mean, she didn't talk to him. She was upset the fact that he moved on. At least the story we were being told, that's what it came off as.
Didn't tell her.
He got too busy, and it was a last minute thing.
He accepted the job without telling her first.
Without telling her, and now she's back to square one, finding a new co-host, and now it's taken a year. I mean, people, Andy Cohen, Anderson Cooper, some of her best friends, Jerry O'Connell. I mean, a handful of A-listers have filled in on that seat, and she thanked this morning the men and the women who have filled in, but they went with Ryan Seacrest. So I want to open it up, conversation. I'm
just irritated by the whole thing. Like, why can't he just be happy with one job? The fact that he has to do radio and this TV job, it's just irritating.
Wait a minute.
Wait a minute.
Drives me insane.
We're speaking with
Mark
right
has
now.
7 jobs.
Mark is Ryan Seacrest.
Of Sacramento, NorCal.
Or do you hate that because you know him?
No, there was a time we had the same agent for a long time, and there was about 10 years where I'd walk into a room for an audition, cattle call, right?
Yeah.
There'd be 12 dudes that all look like some cross between myself and Ryan Seacrest, including Ryan Seacrest, with his frosted tips back in the day.
What do you think the intrigue is about Seacrest?
I've got a theory about Seacrest. You know why Seacrest is doing so well?
Why?
Seacrest is the Costco vanilla. Sorry, Ryan Seacrest he is the Costco vanilla ice cream of broadcasters. He's always consistent. It's never great. No one ever said, "Oh my God, did you see what Seacrest did?" No one will ever say that.
Predictable?
But they'll never complain about him either. He's always, it's like Costco vanilla ice cream.
Here's my take. Kelly Ripa is the star of the show. Since Regis left, it's basically been Kelly with whomever she co-hosted with. Michael Strahan was the perfect pair because he let Kelly be the lead. He let her take that leading lady role, and he knew when to sit back and that it was sort of mostly her.
Right.
And he was kind of, in like that teacher-student pair. Ryan Seacrest is a alpha male. So I don't know how this pairing is going to work between the two of them, because I feel like eventually he's going to be wanting all the time, but then she's going to say, but this is my show.
Right.
Do you see that happening?
But if you see him on American Idol, he definitely acquiesces to the judges. He definitely wasn't the alpha. He kind of took the back seat.
And I think this is now bigger than just Kelly and Ryan Seacrest, because again, we were looking at it, and as far as ratings, now he's executive producer, he's co-executive producer, and you have Megyn Kelly slated to be a fall contender on NBC or NBC in certain areas, depending on your viewing area. And you still have other shows that they have to compete with. So if they brought in like some little Pop-Tart host, that person not necessarily can compete with what's coming down the pipeline. So to me, it seemed like they needed a big name to kind of solidify their spot, because if Kelly would have brought in somebody else, then they would have had to do grassroots, straight from the bottom up, and most people would be like, you know what, Megyn Kelly or whoever has a bigger name than Kelly and this whoever.
But not if it was like
watch this other person.
An Andy Cohen or Anderson Cooper or Jerry O'Connell, someone who, I guess if you say like an Anderson Cooper, people would have the same sort of reaction, like he's already doing that thing.
Yeah.
I saw a lot of people last night, because I've been waiting to see who she's going to pick, Jerry O'Connell. Like everyone wanted Jerry, not everyone, but a lot of people wanted Jerry, because I think to see him step outside of an actor's perspective and more into this limelight would have been cool. But yeah, Cornelia's right. This is a power move on ABC's part to say, how can we beat the third hour of the Today Show? And we know Kelly's coming, or Megyn Kelly.
And
so
Matt Lauer might be out. Have you seen that rumor?
Seacrest was up for that NBC job on the Today Show about 5 years ago.
So no longer. But I did see a tabloid, which we don't believe everything we read these days, and see.
Lauer's been on the game for quite some
Matt
time.
Lauer potentially being bumped by Megyn Kelly. Not something that has been confirmed by any means, but I'd be curious to see if that's what ends up happening.
Well, I'm interested to see the dynamic, not so much between Kelly and Ryan, but a part of the rumors about the Kelly and Michael Strahan situation was not that she got upset that he moved on. Yes, that did happen, but Kelly was looking for somebody to be there for the long haul, somebody to stay,
and
like the whole,
like
the old school Kelly and Regis, where you're there for 10, 15 years. That's your gig. We're in an age right now where hosting news jobs or whatnot, they're very fluid. So you get in a gig for a couple of years and you get out. Ryan has. Like Megan was saying, he's everywhere. So is this going to be a problem later if Ryan decides to leave after 2 years and Kelly has to start all over again?
Is she going to get upset again?
Is this going to be a problem?
Going back to what you said, I think this is much bigger than her. They made this decision for her.
Is he going to do to her what he did to Brian Dunkelman?
Oh,
do you know who Brian Dunkelman is?
American Idol host?
But wasn't that Dunkelman's decision to leave?
No. Oh, no.
Oh, Mark has the tea.
Oh, you have the tea? Because from my understanding, go ahead.
No, he's a stand-up comic, and the original format of the show, of course, was based on the European version, European Idol, right? And it was a two-person show. So they started out American Idol like that. And from day one, Ryan wanted it to be a single format, single-person show.
Low-key.
And started setting up Brian Dunkelman.
But Dunkelman went back for one of the anniversary shows, and I heard it was fine. I'm interested to know, but where's Dunkelman now? Is the question, poor thing.
I'll put it on and on. There's definitely, Mark Maron has a show that he does, a podcast, and there's a Ryan Dunkelman. I'm sorry, I'm getting the rap.
No, not you.
Oh, sorry. Did I
keep going.
Mark Maron,
so we want the tea.
Mark Maron's got a podcast, and on Mark Maron's podcast, Dunkelman was on there, and I don't know if he was like drunk or just a little bit more, less filtered than usual, but he told it all.
Really? He told the whole story from his side. I'm interested to know what Ryan's perspective is.
This is all inside baseball.
But I digress.
Inside baseball. Yeah, well, John, let's see. Kimberly is a fan. Good for Ryan. I met him when he was a radio DJ in LA. Thought he was so cute. My friends thought I was lame. Made fun of me when I wanted a picture with him. I didn't care, but now, who's laughing now, she says. That's right.
Yeah, Kimberly. Share your picture if you have it.
Yes. Oh, that would be cool. And then, Justice says, eek, love Ryan. So there are a lot of Ryan fans out there. We'll see how this goes.
I'm going to go check out his Facebook page and make sure that he's giving ABC 10 at 9 equal time on
yes,
which comes up right after Extra Shot right here. Steve Duran.
Oh, I like that.